Name as many toothpaste. Start naming some toothpaste for me.
Colgate.
Keep going.
Crest.
What else?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. You know how many toothpaste there are, domestic toothpaste there are here in the United States? How many do you think? 81 different toothpaste. If you were to walk into Albertsons right now and start counting toothpaste, you would find 81 different brands. It's huge, and you don't realize it. You don't think of Pepsodent, or you don't think of AIM, or you don't think of Gleam, you don't think of Arm & Hammer until you're there and you say, oh, I remember that. I remember Pearl Drops. I remember this. But it's not at the top of your ladder, okay? These guys have not done a great job. All right. Now, I will tell you, Gleam may be at the top of some people's ladder, but it wasn't at the top for you. You can do this with any product. You can do this with detergents. You can do this with deodorants. You can do this locally. You can do it with banks. You can do it with tanning salons. All right. It all works. The fact of the matter is, if your business is not number 1, number 2, or number 3 in the minds of the consumer, you're not even in the game, folks. So we've got to keep you at number 1, number 2, or number 3. And if you're not there, we need to get you there. And that's what we're trying to do today. Okay? That ladder of importance is a pretty big deal. And I can tell you it works very well locally. I was working for a company called Cumulus here not too long ago. And we would do these, this research where it was basically call-out research. And we did just that. We'd ask people, name a bank. Name a car dealer, name a tanning salon, name a barber shop, okay? Now here's what we found. There were only a handful of local businesses that actually had any top-of-mind awareness at all, that were what we call in double-digit top-of-mind awareness, 11, 12, 15%, okay? Several categories had a don't know or I can't think of any responses. Now, the bad news is that in that market, and by the way, it's very similar in every market that we've done this research in. In that market, the bad news is we haven't done a very good job of branding our businesses. The good news is that if you're a business owner, you have a great opportunity right now to brand your business. Once again, that's what we're talking about today. Now, there's something called triggering events. Now, that's when something happens that needs that causes a person to need your business or your service, okay? I woke up this morning and I wasn't thinking about body shop. But if I were to back out of my driveway and someone hit me, all of a sudden, I've got to come up with a body shop. It is at the top of my mind at that point in the game. Same thing with plumbing. If I get out of bed and I go to work, everything's okay. I don't need a plumber. I don't think of one. Now, if I would have got out of bed this morning, stepped down and had 6 inches of water in my floor, I would have needed a plumber right away, and I would have gone to that ladder in my mind. A lot of people think the first thing people do is they go to the yellow pages, and that's not true. The first thing you do is you go to the ladder in your head, that pyramid that we're talking about, and you think, oh my God, I need a plumber. I wonder if Ace Plumbing, if Acme Plumbing, or whoever it is that's at the top of your mind. Now, if you don't have someone at the top of your ladder, then you start looking for other sources. And the other sources may be, oh, let me call my brother, let me call my sister, let me get on the yellow pages, let me, you know. So you start looking for other sources. But the first thing you do is you go to that ladder in your mind. Once again, that's the reason we're trying to build you on that ladder. We're trying to get you to go way up on those rungs, all right? Once someone needs a triggering event, they will go to that ladder. Now, every purchase we make is caused by a triggering event. Every one. And you don't realize that there are big triggers. You know, I just told you about coming home from New Orleans that night and calling my wife to see what we were going to do for supper. Well, the triggering event was hunger. You have those little triggering events like that, but you have major triggering events like retirement, having children, getting married, graduations, needing plumbing, you know, having an accident, having an air conditioner that goes out. These are all triggering events that makes you have to buy something. Now, the next thing you need to know is that you're always in the market for virtually every product out there. I am always in the market for a refrigerator. I'm always in the market for it. The point is, I'm always at different levels of need or want. Okay? There's an awareness. In other words, if I have a brand new refrigerator, I know refrigerators exist and I know where to buy them, but I'm not in the market for one. I already have one. It's brand new. I don't need it. Okay? That's the awareness level. Then there's the next level on this marketing fan is interest. All right, I know it exists. I'm kind of interested. When I see one, I know someday I'm going to need another one. I bought one a couple of years ago. Then there's the desire. Now the desire is, hey honey, listen, the refrigerator's making some pretty weird noises. We will probably need one soon. Then I kind of start looking for one, right? And then there's the action sequence. This is when, babe, all the meat's rotted in the freezer. My refrigerator went out this weekend. That's when you have to have one right now. That's the marketing fan. So you are always you're always in the market for a car. You are always in the market for an air conditioner. You are always in the market for food. You're just at different levels. That's all. Okay? So the real question is, what percentage of your ad dollar right now is going to just that action consumer? And what portion of your ad dollar is going to the awareness or the interest or the desire consumer? Most people, most advertisers make the mistake of spending their money on those action guys. And you know what? Most of the time, decisions are made long before that happens. So you constantly have to be advertising. Now, do you have to do tons of advertising all the time? No, you don't. You just need to make sure that people are aware of your product or your service. That leads us to the top secrets that we've been telling you about. These are the things that Walmart doesn't want you to know because they learned it the hard way. These are the things that the Albertsons of the world know. These are the things that the major Procter & Gamble knows these things. Most retailers, national retailers know these things.